defending the freedom
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
to enjoy, out of respect for their sacrifice and for our country. Thank you. It's now time to introduce tonight's starting lineups. First, for the visiting Tigers, number 3, Mackie Johnson. Number 4, Rasad Omar. Number 7, TJ Mitchell. Number 23, Sherlock Padmore. And number 25, Isaiah McAllen. The Tigers are led by head coach Rashawn. And now, the starting lineup for your A&M San Antonio Jaguars. A 5'10" junior guard, number 3, Desmond Dudley. A 6'6" junior guard, number 8, Carson Brown. A 6'4" senior guard, number 11, Xavier Brown. A 6'10" sophomore center, number 21, Felix Green. And a 6'6" senior guard, number 42, Paul Minja. Texas A&M San Antonio is led by head coach Chris Dial and assistant coach David Smith. Jaguar fans, let's make some noise!
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to today's broadcast of your Texas A&M University San Antonio Jaguars taking on the Tigers of Paul Quinn College. And on behalf of the Jaguar Sports Network, my name is Cameron M. Caldwell, and I have the honor of solo commentating today's matchup between the Jags and Tigers. And it's going to be an exciting one. Jaguars coming off of a tough overtime loss as Felix Grief pokes that one away, gets the rebound to Xavier Brown. Desmond Dudley takes the three. That one's off. Tigers the other way. The Jaguars fell in an overtime loss to the Rams of Houston Tillotson. And Jaguars looking to turn things around. Things got a little bit out of hand in that game. A couple of mental errors cost the Jaguars the match. And Carson Brown's going to call the blocking foul against Isaiah McCullum. I'd like to thank each and every one of you for tuning into this broadcast, this non-conference matchup between the Jags and Tigers. Hope you're all having a great night. It's a wonderful night for some Jaguars basketball. We are live here on Jaguar Sports Network in the Jaguar Den. And great backdoor cut pass from Felix Grief to Paul Mignoff. And that's going to be the first basket of the game for the Jaguars. Starting lineup, number 11, Xavier Brown. 42, Paul Mignoff. Number 21, Felix Grief. Number 8, Carson Brown. And number 3, Desmond Dudley. And it's going to be an exciting one. This is the same starting lineup that the Jags had in their last matchup against the Rams. And pulling up for the shot, McCullum. That one's off from 3 beyond the arc. And rebounded by Carson Brown after it tipped around a little bit. And here come the Jags the other way. Great little no-look pass down low to Felix Grief, who slams it home. Grief giving him grief early, as my former co-commentator Tony Talamantes used to say. On the ball right now, T.J. Mitchell dumps it off to number 3 with Johnson. And Padmore finds number 4, Ballard. And Ballard's no-go on the jumper. So with Xavier Brown now. Brown come the other way with some speed. Dumps it off to Dudley. Thank you all so much for tuning in. Be sure to leave me a comment, a chat. Let me know where you're viewing from and who you're supporting, whether it's Jags or Tigers. We're happy to have you here in the Jaguar Sports Network. This entirely student-led and student-ran media operation. Another great pass from Desmond Dudley to Felix Grief. Grief has 4 of the Jaguars' 6 points. Grief doing a great job finding those little holes, getting open, finding the defense where they're slipping. Number 7, Mitchell wanted to pull up, and that basket's good by Mitchell himself. Xavier Brown went to block, but no contact there. It's with Mignoff now. Back to Carson Brown. Brown driving. Great little move. Away from pressure. Off the glass. Great finger roll layup by Carson Brown. Mitchell guarded by Dudley. Ball inside. Great defense by the Jags, forcing a turnover. Grief got a hand to that one. Here comes Dudley the other way. Dumps it off to Mignoff. Deep 3. Why not? Paul Mignoff, why not let it fly? Comes Johnson the other way. Tigers coming into this one on a 4-game losing streak. Most recently against University of North Texas, Dallas, which is actually a different school than the Mean Green. Felix Grief getting up, but that one's still good off the glass for Mitchell. Total Life Fitness saying, let's go Coach Zach and let's go Jags. Thank you so much for supporting your Jaguars and supporting the student assistant coach, Zach Biedinger. And after that foul, I believe that was on number 7, T.J. Mitchell. And it's going to be Jaguars ball, inbounded by Carson Brown. Jaguars getting their offense set up now. Once again, if you're just tuning in, Cameron Caldwell live from the Jaguar Den on Jaguar Sports Network. That pass gets away from Grief, but it retains possession of it. Here comes Xavier Brown driving down the lane, kicks it out to Mignoff. Mignoff! That one's off. Rebounded by number 4, Ballard. Here comes Ballard the other way, covered by Mignoff. Driving, kicks it down low, number 23, Padmore goes up. That one's no good, but draws the foul. That one's on number 21, Felix Grief of the Jaguar side. And that's going to send Padmore to the line for 2. Jaguars getting going early here. Coming in with a little bit of a vengeance after dropping that close game against the Rams in overtime. And Padmore can't sink the first. So over 50 people watching live on the Jaguar Sports Network. Thank you so much for tuning in. And second free throw won't drop. Grief on the rebound. Xavier Brown down court already, wide open in the corner. Felix Grief pointing his way. Carson Brown with it now. Covered by number 4, Ballard. Grief dumps it off to Dudley. Brown to Brown. Xavier Brown covered like a glove. Minyoth dumps it inside, and Carson Brown wasn't looking. Bit of a miscommunication there from the Jags, and here comes Mitchell the other way. Dumps it off to Ballard. Ballard on the go-ahead. That one's off. Rebound by Brown. Long pass to Carson Brown. Dumps it up. Little contact. Gets his own rebound and gets it to go off the glass. 13-6, Jaguars leading. Great ball movement here from the Tigers. It's with Ballard. Ballard kicks it out to number 25, McCallum. And it's going to stay on the floor. Jaguars foul. That's going to be on number 8, Carson Brown of the Jags. Thank you so much for all the support. Jaguar Sports Network just hit 1.9K subscribers, so 1,090 subs. Thank you all so much, and 10 more will be at 1,100. And looks like we are taking a media timeout, which, in all honesty, I've never heard of before, but, or at least here in this den. And looks like we're going to have a bit of a t-shirt toss. I believe that's the Jaguars, a couple of softball players, and they're going to be tossing out some t-shirts to the Jaguar Den, the student section, loving every bit of it. 14:50 left to play in the first half. 13-6 is your score. Cameron M. Caldwell on behalf of Jaguar Sports Network. Hope everyone's having a great night. It's a great night for some Jaguar basketball. We are happy to be here broadcasting this non-conference matchup between the Jaguars and Tigers. I'd like to take this time to give my staff, Jaguar Sports Network staff, a bit of a shout out. On tech tonight, we have Roland Villarreal making the magic happen on the scoreboard and on the clock for you guys. We have Jesus Lopez on quality control, making sure the audio is good, making sure the stream is running smoothly. We have Christian on the camera up top, camera operator, making things happen top of the bleachers. Carlos Zavala, our director of photography, getting pictures for our social media page at Jaguar Sports Network on Instagram, and as well as Axel Nava taking some pictures as well. Very appreciative of my Jaguar Sports Network team, an entirely student-led and ran media initiative. Everything you see produced by students. Be sure to follow us on Instagram, too. I think we are 7 subscribers away, maybe 6, from 700 subs on Instagram, and the bucket from McCallum is good to go. Carson Brown bringing the ball up the court now for the Jags, covered by number 4, Ballard. Dumps it off to Dudley. Jumps into a three-pointer. That one's off. Tipped down by Grief. Carson Brown gets it. Little step through. That one's off by Brown. Ball swarmed by Tigers. For the rebound, didn't see who got that one, but here comes Mitchell the other way. And that one's just off. He'll be sent to the line for 2. I believe the foul was on number 3, Desmond Dudley. And as I said, that'll send Rashad Ballard to the line. Or excuse me, TJ Mitchell to the line for 2. First one's in and out, no good. And checking in for the Jags, we have Tim Bradford. Checking in for Desmond Dudley and number 15, Joshawn Dembo. Checking in for Carson Brown. Student section banging their feet, trying to create any distraction they can from Mitchell. And it is not enough. Mitchell sinks the second, 1 for 2 at the line so far tonight. And here comes Bradford the other way with some speed. Has Dembo in the corner, dumps it back off to Bradford. Xavier Brown's an option beyond the arc as well. You got Minyoth and Grief down low. Jaguars running their play. Minyoth covered by Mitchell. It's with Bradford now. He's got Johnson on him. Swing pass, other side of the court. Dembo with it. Gets poked away by Harrison. And that's a turnover on the Jaguars. Shot clock was expiring as well, down to 3 seconds before they turned that one over, trying to find Grief down low, but couldn't. And here comes Tigers the other way. It's with Johnson. Johnson kicks it out to Hicks. Hicks for 3. That one's off. Nothing but air. Xavier Brown on the board. Jaguars coming down court. Resets it to Dembo. Dembo driving. Minyoth. Minyoth firing. That one's off. Rebound, Grief. It's with Bradford now. Slowing the pace down. 15 on the shot clock. Dembo for 3. That one's in and out. No good. Rebound by Mitchell. Mitchell handling. That's Johnson kicking out. And that three's good from number 25, McCallum. Tigers coming back into this one. Jaguars on a scoring drought. Need to get something going. Believe Tigers are on a 5-0 run. Looks like Gabriel Till is going to be checking into the scorer's table. Brown, top of the key. Bradford, 12 on the shot clock. Driving, Bradford. Big time block, but you can hear that contact from here. That's number 1, John Harrison on the Tigers, going to be called for the foul. And Bradford will go to the line for 2.
Tigers foul number 1, John Harrison, his first personal, team's third. Stepping to the line for the Jaguars, number 2, Tim Bradford.
That one's good. Bradford sinks the first. And checking in, Gabriel Till, Filip Radulovic, and Fotis Histropoulos. And checking out, Paul Minyoth, Felix Grief, and Xavier Brown. Radulovic known for his pull-up 3. Bradford definitely has an interesting pre-shot routine. Bradford comes away with it. Tips around a little bit. Dembo, deep 3, firing. That one's off. And looks like Fotis tipped the ball there. Number 33, Fotis Histropoulos. Tigers break the press with ease. Pull-up shots off by Mitchell. Gabriel Till on the board, dumps it off to Bradford. 2 points separating Jags and Tigers, excuse me. Gabriel Till can't get a handle on the pass. Tigers coming the other way, looking to make something happen. And hard foul. John Harrison going down. Believe they're going to call that one on number 2. That's correct. Number 2, Tim Bradford. And that'll send Harrison to the line. Just over 60 people watching live on the Jaguar Sports Network. Thank you all so much for tuning in. First free throw from Harrison's off. And if you're new to the Jaguar Sports Network, don't be afraid to hit that subscribe button. Help support this entirely student-led media initiative. And help us hit our goal of reaching 2,000 subscribers before the end of the next sports season, which is softball, and that ends next March. So 2,000 is our goal. We are a little bit of ways to go, but Believe in Jaguar Sports Network. Radulovic wanted a three there. Not going to get it. Mistropolis gets it, top of the key, spinning away from pressure. A lot of contact, no whistle. Getting stuffed in the paint. And Harrison loses his handle on that one, but looks like it's going to stay with the Tigers. Miss Krista Caldwell, thank you so much for supporting your Jaguars. My wonderful family in the chat, supporting the Jaguars, supporting Jaguar Sports Network. And here comes, looks like I do not have number 30 on my roster on the Tigers side, so just for reference, I'll be referencing him as just number 30. Once again, I do not have number 30 on Paul Quinn on my roster. If anybody in the chat knows who number 30 is, please let me know. But Dembo with it. Radulovic pulling up. That one's off. Tim Bradford getting a tip to that one. Rebounded by Fotis. Great Euro step around the pressure. Off the glass. It's good. And looks like before Mitchell stepped out, they're going to call Radulovic on a foul. Love Page saying go Jags with the paws up. Absolutely. Thank you so much for tuning in, supporting your men's Jaguars basketball team. That one almost poked away by Dembo. Mitchell with it now, covered by Bradford. Till switching on. Corner three from number 30. That one's off. Rebound Radulovic. Dumps it off to Bradford. Bradford, the main ball carrier tonight for this rotation. And losing handle on that one. Dembo getting a handle back on it. Bradford down low. Drops it off to Till. And looks like they're going to call the foul on number 1, John Harrison. And checking in for the Jags, taking out Bradford, is Desmond Dudley. And number 15 checking in for him, Blake Petty, the freshman. Corner three, Petty. That one's just off. Mistropolis fighting for the board. It's going to stay with the Jags. Miss Danielle Simone, thank you so much for that. I will write that down. Unfortunately, I do not have him on my roster at all. Great vision there by Radulovic, finding the space for Dudley to slip into. Till cutting. Pull-up shot by Dudley's good. A lot of contact. Wanted a whistle there, but didn't get it. And Dudley diving for that one. Still going to stay in possession of the Tigers, but Dudley got a hand to that. Once again, appreciate the help there. Miss Danielle Simone. Simon, however you say it. Apologies. Oh, great little 1-2 pass there. And great move up and under the pressure from Till. That was number 3. Makai Johnson. Mistropolis with it now. Dumps it off to Dudley. Radulovic. Backs out to the three-point line. Lets it fly. And that was another one nylon from Filip Radulovic. Jaguars with a 6-point lead. Just over halfway through this first half. Jaguars bench wanted a travel right there on that possession, bringing it up. Won't get it though. Mitchell dumps it off. Firing was number 25, McCallum. That one's a no-go. Radulovic slowing down a little bit. Dudley going through the lane. Tries to find Till down low and just can't get it there. And looks like we'll be taking another media timeout. And on come the student life individuals to stuff a turkey. And I'll let you all enjoy this little entertainment we have during this media timeout.
you to our contestants for playing Stuff the Turkey. Tigers ball.
And Tigers on the inbound. Stolen away by Radulovic. Here comes Dudley the other way, and the foul. Sent him to the line for 2.
Tiger foul number 4 is on Ballard. His first
And that foul is on Rashad Ballard, sending Dudley to the line for 2 after that steal from Radulovic. Gets the first one to drop. That one's just off. Rebound pulled down by Johnson. Jaguars with a full court press. Ball brought up by Ballard. Ballard covered by Radulovic. Great defense by Radulovic. On him like a glove. Jumps that one off to Hicks. Great crossover there by number 3, Johnson. Johnson pulling up. Little elbow jumper. That one's no good. Pulled down by Till. Dudley with it now. Dudley calling the play. Getting some rotation moving. Radulovic. Edge of the arc. Got 10 on the shot clock. Radulovic pulling. That one's off. Just corner. Little spin move. Trying to find, but stolen away by Petty, the freshman. Blake Petty does not play like a freshman at all. He has so much poise on the court. Ready to compete at all times. And shown right there. Getting that steal. Basket was no good. And hard foul. That one's going to be called on Dudley. Radulovic going for a full court shot. That one's no good. Wouldn't have counted anyway. At the line is number 4, Rashad Ballard. Robert Bryan says, "Go Tigers, hustle, hustle." Thank you so much for tuning in to the Jaguar Sports Network and supporting your Tigers. Even though we're the Jaguar Sports Network, always happy to have both sides of the tape here, whether it's Tiger Nation, Jaguar Nation. Happy to have all of you here supporting your side. Wanted a corner 3, Mitchell. Not going to get it on Radulovic. Poked away, and they're going to call Till for a foul. I think that would be a reaching over the back, or a reaching foul. I think he hit him, actually. Just over 70 people watching live. If you're just tuning in, we are live on the Jaguar Sports Network at the Jaguar Den. It's Cameron M. Caldwell. I have the honor and privilege of solo play-by-play commentating tonight's matchup. Our women just came off of a W, taking on Texas Wesleyan, the Rams. And looks like the Tigers are in the bonus. McCallum drops them both. Fotis Estropoulos with it now. Finds Petty inside. Till down low. Hard to foul and a lot of contact. Hopefully both players are okay. And we're going to get the camera off of them while they find their way to their feet. That foul was on
Tigers foul number 25
number 25, Isaiah McCollum. And that was on the floor. I'm not sure how that wasn't a shooting foul, but either way, Jaguars will have the ball on the baseline. Radulovic on the inbound. Little no-look pass to Strapolis. Up top to Dudley. Dudley driving, great little down low pass to Strapolis, and that one's good off the glass. Jaguars lead by 7. Radulovic almost got a hand to that one. McCallum spinning, trying to get something going. He's got 2 on him. Breaks the pressure. No good, though. Tipped by Till. Pulled down by Histropolis. Here come the Jags the other way. No look pass. Radulovic. That one's off. Rebound by Fotis. Blake Petty driving. And throws it straight to the hand of some Tigers. A little bit of congestion there. Here comes Johnson the other way. Too hard off the glass. Believe that's going to stay with the Tigers. I want to say that hit off of Till or Histropolis, not sure, but big lineup change for the Jaguars. Only one staying on the court from that lineup was Histropolis. Checking back in is Carson Brown, Paul Mignoth, and checking in for the first time is Joseph Taylor, or as they call him, JT. And I believe that is, yes, Rick Vandenhever. Checking in, well, Histropolis stripped it down low, and it's going to be Jaguars ball. Histropolis the other way. Referee says watch the hold, so something to keep in mind. Carson Brown with it now. As Vanderheeven down low, JT with it now. Taylor. Mignoth out to Fotis. Taylor for the 3. That one's off. In and out. Unlucky there. Didn't have the rim on his side. Mitchell. Turnover. And looks like they're going to call, I believe that's Paul Mignoth. Yes, it is. Paul Mignoth called on the foul. And that'll send number 23, Tigers, Sherlock Padmore to the line for 2. Checking in for Fotis Histropolis is number 11, Xavier Brown for the Jags. Opportunity to put it in a 5-point game. Sinks the first. And cannot sink them both. 6-point game it is. Rebound brought down by Brown. And it's both Browns in the backcourt. And great awareness by Carson Brown, calling a timeout right there after he got into a little bit of trouble. Got double teamed in the backcourt and able to escape a turnover. It's going to be timeout Jaguars. Just over 75 people watching live on the Jaguar Sports Network. Thank you all so much for tuning in. Cameron M. Caldwell. On behalf of the Jaguar Sports Network, I'm solo commentating tonight. This non-conference matchup between your Jaguars and the Tigers of Paul Quinn College. If you haven't already, be sure to follow us on Instagram at Jaguar Sports Network on Instagram. Help us surpass our goal of hitting 700 subscribers. I believe we are 6 followers away. So if you haven't already, be sure to go check us out over there. You can catch post-game recaps, photos from the games, and exclusive Jaguar Athletics content on Jaguar Sports Network on Instagram. Xavier Brown on the inbound has Carson Brown as an option. Paul Mignot just above half court. Carson Brown coming off of a high-scoring game, had 29 against the Rams, was a staple in the Jaguars' offense last game, and look for him to repeat that, and little finger roll, and he does draw the foul. Went to the ground hard there. I believe that foul is going to be called on number 23 for the Tigers, Padmore. It's his first personal of the game. Tigers head coach not happy about that one, says the contact wasn't enough to draw the foul, but it was. Tiffin Horn says, let's go McCallum. Thank you so much for supporting your Tigers. Carson Brown at the line for two. Both teams are in the bonus, so any foul will take them straight to the free throw line. Brown drops the first. Have some Jaguar royalty in the stands tonight. Our university president, Dr. Salvador Hector Ochoa, in the audience as Brown drops the second one, and as well as men's basketball, TAMUSA men's basketball alumni, Alex Nunnally in the audience tonight, part of that inaugural team last season. And here comes McCallum the other way, and a big time block! Xavier Brown, but he was called for a foul. Xavier Brown meeting him at the rim, denying McCallum. But referee saw enough contact to send McCallum to the line. Carson Brown having a word. Amazing elevation there. I'm going to replay that one myself. Insane elevation from Xavier Brown. It's too bad that one didn't count. And McCallum has a chance to put it within 6. Can't sink the first. Jaguar student section getting lively. Love to hear that. Great place to be on a Saturday night as McCallum drops the second. 5:30 left to play in this first half. Jaguars leading by 7. Minyoth, 3-ball. That one's just off. Scrapping for that rebound, but pulled down by the Jags. It's with Mitchell now. Pull-up jumper. That one's good. Taylor, Minyoth again. Minyoth had to look for the 3, but decided not to go for it. Carson Brown calling the offensive set now. Vanderheever down low. Minyoth with it. Pull-up 3. That one's off again. Rebounded by Mitchell. Mitchell trying to find something. 3-ball from number 0 is off. Pulled down, offensive rebound, and a little bit of contact there from Vandenheever. And that'll send number 23, Sherlock Padmore, to the line. And I believe we have another media timeout. Did not see who called the timeout, so I want to say it's a media timeout, but hope you're all doing well. Cameron Caldwell on behalf of the Jaguar Sports Network, live from the Jaguar Den on the beautiful campus of Texas A&M University, San Antonio. As teams talk things over, Jaguars leading by 5, both teams in the bonus. Tigers in the double bonus. 4:36 left to play in this first half. Jaguars on a bit of a vengeance tour after dropping a very close one against the Rams of Houston Tillotson. Gathered from that one, a lot of friends on both sides. Opposing players, friends with each other. Got to assume that's from some AAU basketball, travel ball, whatever you want to call it. A lot of players seem to know each other. A lot of great competitive spirit from that game. And dressing out tonight, but hasn't gotten on the court yet, is Antoine Gonzalez. Another staple in the Jaguars offense last semester, or excuse me, last year. Once again, 5 points separating Jags and Tigers. The unofficial battle of the Big Cats. The actual battle of the Big Cats is the TAMUSA versus UHV, both the Jaguars. So that got coined, the battle of the Big Cats. But, you know, Jaguars and Tigers. Got to find a cool name for that. But here we are back in play. Padmore at the line. That one's off, and Jaguar 10 letting him know. Padmore can't get any of them to drop. Grief on the rebound, finds Carson Brown. Carson Brown facing a double team. Xavier Brown escaping the pressure. Had one right behind him, Paul Minyoth grabs the poked away ball. Carson Brown driving. A lot of contact down low, and I believe they called an offensive foul on Carson Brown. Or not an offensive foul. It's going to be Tigers ball resetting at the baseline. Mitchell on the inbound, finds Johnson. Back to Mitchell. Jaguars full court pressing this one. Looks like Jaguars are playing man right now. Mitchell on the drive, that one won't fall. Rebound Taylor. Carson Brown with it now, covered by Mitchell. Taylor, Minyoth. Minyoth to Brown. Taylor beyond the arc. Finding Grief down low. That one's turned over. Another turnover. Brown with it. Great pass down low. Brown to Brown. And Carson Brown gets that one to fall off the glass. Soft touch on the rebound is good from Carson Brown, and Minyoth on the ball, covering up Mitchell. .15 on the shot clock. Mitchell trying to get something going. Some great defense being played by the Jags. Taylor on the ball now. Shot by number 0. Rebound by Xavier Brown. Pulls that one down with some force. Xavier Brown driving. Tries to get that one to go. Doesn't draw a foul, and turnover. Jags. Mitchell from beyond the arc. That one's off. Rebound Taylor. Minyoth, pull up, shot, 3. No good. Mitchell, a rebounding machine tonight. Euro stepping around contact and getting that one to fall is McCallum. Carson Brown with it. And stripped away by Carson Brown. That was McCallum stripping that one off of Brown. Here comes Mitchell the other way, bodying. And can't get the first one to go, but second chance opportunity by Johnson drops. Jaguars only leading by 3 now. Jaguars ran a little 3-man weave right there without running. Pretty impressive to see. Here comes Grief with it. Finds Taylor up top, pull up. And that one's good from Joseph Taylor, just above the free throw line. Minute 46 left on the game clock. .15 on the shot clock. Mitchell looked like he wanted to pull a deep 3. Grief got a finger to that one. Grief down low, and Mitchell getting it to go through the defense from Grief. Doubling up, Carson Brown, every chance they get. He is able to find Minjoth around the pressure. Brown slowing things down. Has Grief just inside the 3-point line. Jaguars running a play. Gets kicked away a little bit. Minyoth retains possession of it. Has a man behind him. Brown able to keep it. 2 on the shot clock. Got to let it go. And I think they're going to call a loose ball foul on the Jags. And they do. That one's on Joseph Taylor. Or excuse me, Carson Brown. Looks like referee wants to have a word with Carson Brown there. Carson Brown not happy about the foul that was called. Brown's got to be careful there. He picked up a tech in the last game. I believe that was actually for celebrating in the last game, not for arguing with the call. But either way, technical fouls got the Jaguars in trouble. Last matchup against the Rams. Looks like Xavier Brown's going to be having a word with the referee. 53 on the game clock, 30 on the shot clock. 23 seconds separating the two. And because of the bonus, Mecky Johnson at the line for 2. Just over 80 people watching live on the Jaguar Sports Network. Thank you all so much for tuning in, supporting your Jaguars, supporting your Tigers. As Johnson sinks the first, Desmond Dudley checking back in for Joseph Taylor. Johnson can't sink the second. That one's brought down by Radulovic. 22 seconds separating game clock and shot clock. Desmond almost in some trouble there. Able to find Xavier Brown. Back to Dudley. Istropoulos in the corner. Switch the court pass over to Radulovic. 10 on the shot clock. Dudley with it. Radulovic pulling up. Pressure in his face. Can't get it to fall. Brought down by Harrison. Shot clock is off. 25 seconds remain. And looks like the Jaguar is going to go ahead and take a timeout before the final play of the half can be made.
Coaches, or team representatives will not be tolerated and are grounds for removal from the site.
Big shout out to all the staff that make these amazing matchups happen. The stadium announcers, the statisticians, the play-by-play individuals that record all of these stats that we get to see on the TAMUSA Sports website after the game. All of their hard work, very appreciated. And as well as the officials making this thing happen. Over 80 people watching live on the Jaguar Sports Network. If you're just tuning in, score is 30-28. Jaguars up by 2, 22.6 left in the first half. Jaguars coming off of a tough loss. Actually, an overtime loss against the Rams of Houston-Tillotson University. Carson Brown led the Jaguars with 29 points and 8 rebounds, almost a double-double. And I wish I had live stats. Since it's a non-conference matchup, I do not have live stat updates. But if I did, I'd be able to read that all off to you. And Istropoulos caught on the foul down low. He fouled number 25 of the Tigers, McCallum.
Jaguars foul number 33, Fotis Istropoulos. His first personal. Stepping to the line for the Tigers, number 25, Isaiah McCallum.
Robert Bryant says, shout out to Cameron McMurray for West Helena, Arkansas. Thank you so much for tuning in, supporting Cameron. And out of West Helena, Arkansas, I don't believe we've had a viewer from Arkansas before, so we can add that to the digital map that Jaguar Sports Network has of all the people. But 6 seconds on the game clock. Great little inside to Xavier Brown, and he went down very hard. Hopefully everything's okay there. We're going to take a slight break. After that foul, we'll have 3 seconds on the clock. We're going to get the camera off of him as Xavier Brown takes his time getting up, and we'll take a little break. And called on the foul, number 23, Sherlock Padmore. Xavier Brown able to get up off the court, off his own will. And Brown going to head back to have a word with our head trainer, Bobby Two-Step Ramirez. I'd like to shout out Bobby for all that he does for the team, making sure the athletes on both sides of the ball are safe and healthy. And good to see Xavier Brown up and moving on his own power. Hard fall from him, foul on Padmore. And going to the line in place of Xavier Brown is going to be Fotis Histropoulos to take the last couple shots of the half. And he'll be taking 2 free throws. Can't get the first one to sink. Checking in for the Jaguars, Aaron Harden, the junior out of San Antonio, the Southwestern Christian College transfer, as Histropoulos drops the second. 3 seconds left on the game clock. And Jaguars full court pressing that one. Got to get a shot off, and he does, and that one's just off. So Jaguars take the first half by 1 point. Score is 31-30. Jaguars versus Tigers. A&M San Antonio taking on Paul Quinn in this non-conference matchup. We're live here from the Jaguar Den. Be Nice says, let's go Tigers. Hello from Portland, Oregon. Thank you so much for tuning in, supporting your Tigers on the Jaguar Sports Network. This has been Cameron Caldwell on play-by-play, and we're going to send it into the halftime entertainment. Keep it right here. All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to tonight's broadcast of this non-conference matchup between your Texas A&M University San Antonio Jaguars taking on the Tigers of Paul Quinn College. And on behalf of the Jaguar Sports Network, my name is Cameron M. Caldwell, and I have the honor and privilege of play-by-play commentating tonight's matchup. And we are back with the second half of action. That ball bounced around a little bit. It's going to stay in favor of the Jags. And Brown inbounds it to Dudley. Back to Brown. Inside to Petty. Petty jump shot. That one's just off. Taylor tried to get the rebound. Won't go. Pulled down by Johnson. Poked away by Dudley. Johnson keeps it. Dumps it off to McCallum. Mitchell with it now. Calling for a pick. And he gets it. Dudley, great job getting around it. Mitchell pops it over to Ballard. Ballard driving. Kicks it out. Johnson. Great defense by Brown. 3-2-1 on the shot clock, and that one falls off the glass. McCallum with the soft touch. Ryan McMurray saying, let's go Cam McMurray, number 30. And Be Nice, 41, saying, let's go Tigers. Hello from Portland, Oregon. Thank you so much for tuning in from Portland, Oregon. I believe that's a first on the Jaguar Sports Network. We at the Jaguar Sports Network have a diverse range of viewers, as we have had viewers from all over the world: Switzerland, Sweden, Norway, Canada, Australia, New Zealand, everywhere, Germany. A lot of German players on this team. And driving, kicks it out. It's with McCallum now, covered by Harden. McCallum kicks it out. It'll fall for three. That one's good from Johnson. And Tigers ahead by 4 on a 5-0 run. Harden in the corner. Kicks it back up to Dudley, top of the key. Joseph Taylor with it now. Harden up top. Dudley again. Dudley spinning, pressure down low, great pass, and a reverse layup from Harden. Great basket there by Aaron Harden. Great little backdoor cut, and finding him was Dudley down low. Jupiter watching all the way from San Antonio, Texas. Thank you so much for tuning in, supporting your Jaguars on the Jaguar Sports Network. Once again, we are live from the Jaguar Den, and you are watching on Jaguar Sports Network. 17:38. Tigers up by 2. That one bounced out and around. I believe a jump ball was the call. And it's going to stay in favor of the Tigers. With Ballard now, covered by Taylor. Ballard, little fadeaway. That one's off. Rebound Harden. Dudley, the main ball handler on the court right now. Going to get something going again for the Jags. Joseph Taylor getting some valuable minutes today. Taylor, the San Antonio native of Johnson High School. Dudley kicks it out to Xavier Brown for 3. That one just off. Taylor almost came down with the rebound. 2v1. And Blake Petty got a hand to that one. They're going to call him on a foul, and he's not happy with that call. The true freshman from Round Rock, Texas, of Brentwood Christian High. And on that foul sends McCallum to the line. McCallum on the line, shooting 1. And he gets that one to drop. Lead extended to 3. Dudley back up the court. McCallum on him. Brown trying to escape the backcourt. Double team. And he loses it. Desmond Dudley turns it over. And the pressure from Brown was good on the first, but second chance was the good one. Another great backdoor cut, an even better pass from Xavier Brown to Harden. Harden loves those backdoor cuts. McCallum spinning, Harden on him. Doesn't get it to fall, rebound, Harden. Dudley with it's got Petty down low. And that one was tipped by Dudley. Dudley's not happy with that call. It's going to be Tiger ball. It's like almost a full lineup change. Only one going to remain on the court. Or excuse me, a full lineup change. Tim Bradford checking in. Paul Minyath. Filip Radulovic. Dembo. And Fotis Estropoulos checking in for the Jags. Mitchell with it. No look pass. Over to Ballard. Ballard trying to get something going. Covered like a glove by Radulovic. Down low. Estropoulos on the contest. And it's good. It's going to be Jaguar ball. Checking in, number 1, John Harrison for, Isaiah McCallum coming out. Estropoulos left almost wide open. Finds a no-look pass to Dembo. Dembo through the contact. Can't get it to fall. Estropoulos fighting for the board. Well, it's going to stay with the Tigers. Here comes Mitchell the other way. Bradford on him. Mitchell driving down the court around Minyath. Minyath, great defense. Hand straight up, no foul. Here comes Radulovic the other way. That's Estropoulos for help. Fading away. Radulovic gets it to fall. Great defense by Bradford, but remains in possession. Can't get it to fall, and they're going to call. It's going to be Tigers ball on the baseline. McCallum checking back in for number 3, Makai Johnson. Ballard finds Harrison. Harrison over to Mitchell. Mitchell, pump shot, blocked! Blocked by Minyath! Here come the Jags the other way. Estropoulos on the help for Dembo. Bradford over to Estropoulos. Radulovic. And they're going to call a off-ball foul. I believe it was a moving screen is the call by Estropoulos. And media timeout for the court, really. No one called it either way. Media timeout. 14:40 left in the second half. 37-38. Jaguars trailing by 1. And looks like we're going to have a little entertainment during this media timeout. The turkey trot, as they call it. Looks like we have a winner. Not sure what his name is, but he is going to win a Jaguar goodie bag. And in the chat, saying go Jags is Mr. Joe Ramone. And if you know Jaguar media, you know the name Joe Ramone, known by an alias that I cannot say live on air, but you can see it in the chat. Thank you so much for being in here, supporting your Jaguars, continuing to support your Jaguars. And Jaguar legend. Looks like Dembo going to be called on the foul. And it's with Ballard on the inbound. Here comes Mitchell the other way. Mitchell driving. Foul. I believe they're calling that one on Minyath. Going to call a push. Correction, that one's going to be on Filip Radulovic, and that's going to send number 4, Ballard, to the line. Can't get the first one to go. Second one drops. Ballard at the line. Puts the Tigers up 2. Bradford to bring it up. Finds Radulovic with Minyath. Back to Bradford. Estropoulos up top. Rotating. Dembo. Back to Minyath. Estropoulos down low. Spinning. Pressure, and he'll go to the line for 2. 21. Excuse me, number 22. Sposter. Or excuse me, they're going to call that one on number 4, Rashad Ballard. And as I said, Estropoulos to the line for 2. 14-10 left, has an opportunity to tie it up. Drops the first. Coach Kevas says, let's go, number 30. I believe that's Cameron McMurray. Once again, don't know why McMurray's not on my roster, but thank you all so much for the chat, for letting me know. Double team. Ballard having some trouble. Tigers are able to keep it, but turn it over. That one's over the head of McCallum, and it's going to be Jaguar ball the other way. Minyath on the inbound to Bradford. Little bounce pass over to Minyath. Radulovic with it now, finding a great little lane. Bradford down low, muscling down, and great block there by number 23 for the Tigers, Padmore. An amazing basket there from Harrison going around the contact. Minyath tried to set a charge, but great knowledge and court vision by Harrison to go around that set charge. Minyath up top, pump fake, over to Bradford. Estropoulos on the screen. Little floater, and draws the foul. That one's going to be on number 1, John Harrison of the Tigers. Tim Bradford at the line. 3-point game, has an opportunity to make it a 1-point game, 13-15. And Jaguars close to entering the bonus, which means any foul will send them to the line, and that will be crucial in this matchup. Can drop the second. 2-point game, 39-41 Tigers. Thank you all so much for chatting with me, keeping me company tonight. I am all by my lonesome on the call, so love the chats, love Tiger Nation, love Jaguar Nation, supporting their teams, supporting specific players, whoever it may be, and checking in. 3-ball from Harrison, nothing but nylon. Thank you all so much for liking the stream as well. Subscribe if you haven't already subscribed. Everything you're seeing right now produced by students. And Estropoulos avoiding a turnover right there. Great pass down low from Bradford. Estropoulos unable to get to the glass. Radulovic pulling up, pressure in his face. That one's just off. Rebound pulled down by Padmore. Thank you so much, Ms. Krista Caldwell, saying, let's go Jags, my wonderful family in the chat. And blocked by Estropoulos. Jaguars the other way. Looks like 4 to 5 players checking in at the scorer's table for the Jags. Dial wanting another look at things. Fotis, pressure down low. Bradford hits that one to go off the glass. Great job by Estropoulos noticing the pressure on him and dumping it off to an open player. As I said, Thank you so much, Ms. Krista Caldwell, or as I call her, Mom. My wonderful family in the chat. And going down hard is Dembo, going for a block. Hopefully he's okay there. Looks like he hit his elbow on the court. Miss Maya Simon in the chat. The woman, the myth, the legend. Maya Simon. Stable for the Jaguars. Offense and defense, really. Maya Simon gets it done on both ends. Happy to have you here. Maya Simon coming off of a win just a couple of hours ago after taking on the Rams of Texas Wesleyan University. Jaguars taking that one 74, 73 to 60 something. I need to get the final on that. Ladies and gentlemen, I just got word that if you like the stream, a little basketball pops up. Just got word on that, so if you want to see a little animation, go ahead and tap that stream. Also helps us out. Lets me know that I'm doing something right as a commentator. I want to take this time once again to shout out my Jaguar Sports Network staff, the entirely student staff, about 90% volunteer as well. Roland Villarreal on the tech tonight, running the scoreboard and clock for you all. We have Jesus Lopez on quality control, making sure the stream is running smoothly, checking the audio. We have Mr. Christian up top operating the camera. Our director of photography, Carlos Zavala, and photographer Axel Nava getting pictures taken for Jaguar Sports Network social media. Check us out on Instagram at Jaguar Sports Network on Instagram, and we are close to hitting 700 subscribers. So if you haven't already and you love Jaguar Sports, all things Jaguar Sports, we are the one-stop shop for Jaguar Athletics. Be sure to drop us a follow out there. Post-game recaps, exclusive Jaguar Athletics content. And Miss Maya Simon saying our men's team next for the win. Absolutely. Jaguars pulling things together here, down by 3, 11:44 left to play. Maya Simon, thank you so much for creating moments that will last forever in the Jaguar Athletics archives, if you will. Maya Simon, a creator of iconic moments already. Hit a buzzer beater to tie the game up last season, send the game to overtime against the Houston Tillerson Rams. Setting the game to overtime, first time in the Jaguar Den, actually. You can find that call on Jaguar Sports Network on Instagram. Simon's jersey will definitely be hung in the rafters after her time concludes here at A&M San Antonio. Don't worry, have to worry about that, though. It's Desmond Dudley gets a hand of that pass, steals that one away, and here comes Dudley the other way. Carson Brown pulling up, 3-ball nylon! Carson Brown! Tie ball game, 44-44. 11:02 left to play. Jaguars setting up in backcourt violation. Jaguar ball. 11 minutes flat. 44-44. After the 3-ball from Carson Brown, the junior transfer from Southwestern Christian College, and Xavier Brown on the inbound right in front of our broadcasting table here as Desmond Dudley as the option. Desmond Dudley with it now, covered by number 3, Johnson on the Tigers. Felix Grief, top of the key, setting a play we've seen a couple times tonight. Felix Grief pulling that one away from a pass was tipped, excuse me. Can't get the jumper to go, a layup to go. Mitchell down low. And it looks like they're going to call a foul on I didn't see the number they called that foul on. They're calling it right now. They're going to call that foul on number 11, Xavier Brown of the Jags. Miss Neveka Gomez saying, let's get after it, Jags. Thank you so much for continuing to support Jaguar Sports Network and your Jaguars. A TAMUSA and JSN alumni, our former social media and Marcom's director. And great basket by number 23, Padmore, getting down low. Felix Grief on the contest, but Padmore gets it to go off the glass. And Tammy Goodall saying, come on, Carson, give us those shots. Absolutely, Carson Brown coming off of a stellar performance. I believe a season high, 29 points. Absolutely tearing it up against the Rams, as he is right now. Little slow stepper around the contact. Count that one for Carson Brown, tying it back up. 46-46. Just under halfway left in this non-conference matchup against the Jaguars and Tigers. Blocked by Grief! Blocked by Grief, and he gets the rebound. That was on Padmore. Jaguars the other way. Dudley to Petty. Petty driving, draws the foul. And the true freshman, Blake Petty, will be sent to the line after being fouled by number 5, Jordan Hicks. And that's Hicks's 5th foul. And looked like we have a timeout on the court. I believe it was the Jaguars that called that one. Just over 70 people watching live. If you're just tuning in, we are live on the Jaguar Sports Network here at the Jaguar Den on the beautiful campus of Texas A&M University San Antonio. And you're watching a non-conference matchup between the A&M San Antonio Jaguars and the Paul Quinn College Tigers. My name is Cameron M. Caldwell, and I'm solo commentating tonight's game. 46-46 is the score, 9:21 left to play. Leonard Mooney saying, let's go Coach Mike, let's go Paul Quinn. Thank you for hopping in the Jaguar Sports Network broadcast and supporting your Tigers. Coach Dial having some words. Coach Mike having some words. Fortunately, I do not have the coaching staff on my roster, so I'm assuming Coach Mike is the head coach. And I'm going to keep talking because we are playing NBA Youngboy, and we do not have the licenses to that stream. Jaguar Sports Network is not the creator of this music, nor do we own the rights to this music. We do not want to get a copyright strike, so hopefully my words have some weight with the YouTube algorithm. But either way, Blake Petty at the line, 9:21, has an opportunity to put the Jags up 2. Sinks the first one, the freshman out of Round Rock, Texas. It's that one to go. Jaguars up by 1. Like Petty, a highly anticipated incoming freshman for the Jags, and finding his footing. Doesn't have the normal traits of a freshman college player, as many freshmen in college ball, whether it's soccer, basketball, softball, can be rather timid sometimes, afraid to go and get it, afraid to compete, but not Blake Petty. Blake Petty has the poise of a seasoned player as he checks up to Harrison right now. And a little miscommunication there by the Jags, but avoid catastrophe. And that's going to be Jaguars ball. I believe that was a loose ball foul on number 25 of the Tigers. That's number 25, Isaiah McCallum. And it'll be Jaguars ball. Jaguars up by 2 after those free throws at the charity stripe. Thank you all so much for watching, keeping me company tonight. Carson Brown with it, back to Xavier Brown. Brown coming the other way, has Petty and Grief down low. Dudley back to Brown. Dudley looking for an option. Grief with it now, covered by Padmore. Carson Brown, Grief on the pick. Grief rolling, shot by Brown. Couldn't get that one to fall. Rebound by Johnson. Tigers the other way. Dudley calling for a travel. Looks like he did, but they're going to call the foul on number 8, Carson Brown, and that'll send Johnson to the line for 2 free throws. Just 1 second south of 8.5 left to play in this second half. One free throw left to go. Could be the tying factor, and it is. And the Tigers are in the bonus. Jaguars have 2 more fouls to gain until they are as well. And in a close matchup like this, free throws could be the difference maker. They were against the Rams. And Grief is going to be called with a moving travel. Looks like Brown and number 7, Mitchell, having some words. Stepping in was Padmore. I think techs are going to be assessed to both players. A little bit of extracurricular activity there in the name of spirit and competition. Everything's all right, though. Carson Brown getting a handle on things. Coach Dial not happy with that call, saying there's no reason to tech both of them up. But they did. Just kind of getting things under control. Not going to have any of those extracurriculars. Love to see that, though. Love to see the drive and fire in these players. Obviously doesn't need to go further than joshing and having a few words, but referees are going to get a handle on it early. Coaches, head coaches having words with both. Looks like both head coaches are not happy with the techs assessed, but that is the call. Xavier Brown not happy either. Dial's not happy. Wish I could hear what Dial's saying right now, but I can't.
Personal foul, 21 of the Jaguars, 2-3. The second person.
And Miss Moni saying, let's go Paul Quinn, supporting number 23, Sherlock Padmore of the Tigers. Thank you so much for tuning in and supporting your Tigers on the Jaguar Sports Network. That basket is off by Johnson. Rebounded by Johnson, and one. He'll go to the line for a possible three-point play. And game is tied up, 48-48. Johnson will go to the line after that foul by Desmond Dudley. We'll see if he can convert at the charity stripe. Correction, score is 50-48. Thought we were already at 48-48, but I was incorrect. So Paul Quinn up by 2. Petty with it now after the pass from Dudley. Xavier Brown. Xavier Brown going for a big-time slam and fouled hard. Xavier Brown on the court once again. And we'll get that camera off of him, give him a second to get to his feet. Hopefully everything's okay. Xavier Brown not happy with that foul. That's his second time going to the hardwood with some hard contact. Brown up on his feet on his own will. That foul by Mekhi Johnson sends Brown to the line for 2. Both teams are now in the bonus. Tigers in the double bonus. Brown drops the first one. Looks like Aaron Harden's going to check out Blake Petty. And Brown sinks them both from the charity stripe. Once again, tie ball game, 7:35 left to play. It's with Mitchell. Back out to number 0. Harrison finding 0 once again, little Euro stepper. I think that was a block by Grief. It's his second block of the night. Pulled down by Dudley. Xavier Brown with it now. Back up to Carson. Dudley calling the play, getting the offense set. Brown. Grief up top. Little dummy run. Dudley with it. Dudley driving. Back out to Carson Brown. Carson Brown, step back 3. Nylon! Carson Brown, count it! Carson Brown letting him know that hand is hot tonight. Giving a little 3 to the Jaguar den. No look pass from Mitchell. Inside to Patmore. Mitchell calling for the screen. Mitchell pulling up, deep 3. That one's good as well. And anything you can do, I can do as well. TJ Mitchell getting that one to fall from beyond the arc. Brown with it again, wanting another 3. Finds Felix Grief on the inside. Grief spinning through contact. Can't get that one to fall. Grief not happy with that, and it's going to be Tigers ball with just 1 second south of 6 minutes left to play. Tie ball game, both teams in the bonus, Tigers in the double bonus. Back inside to Ballard, Johnson, and I believe that was Johnson on the basket. Right as I look down at my roster, they score, so I believe that was Johnson. Just a back and forth game all night. Leads have changed a number of times. If we had our live statisticians, they'd be able to tell you how many times the leads changed and whatnot, but unfortunately can't do that right now. Felix Grief, little floater, that one's just off. Looks like he wasn't really anticipating to get that shot off, but he did. And can't get it to fall. Coming up to the final minutes of this matchup. 5 minutes left to play. Spinning. Little reverse layup from 23, Padmore. Xavier Brown crossover, bodying. That one's off. Put back dunk! Oh my gosh! Felix Grief with the putback! Getting some momentum back into the Jaguars and the Jaguar den. Tigers coming the other way. 4:20 left to play. Down by 2. Looks like Carson Brown called for another foul. Had to have been an off-ball foul, but Jaguars got to eliminate these errors here, especially in a close game like this one. Want to keep it close, want to keep the other team off of the charity stripe. And I believe that's going to be a media timeout. Ms. Jones saying, yes, let's go, Paul Quinn. Thank you so much for tuning in, supporting your Paul Quinn Tigers. Apologies for that. Can't hide the energy and passion that these players bring to the court and that I like to bring to the broadcast, so volume warning on that. Apologies, ladies and gentlemen, but thank you all so much for tuning in. Just over 65 people watching live on the Jaguar Sports Network. Cameron M. Caldwell on the call tonight, live from the Jaguar Den. Thank you all so much for tuning in, supporting. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button. We are close to hitting 1,100 subscribers, and in just a couple months, over a year of full broadcasts and operations, we are humbled and extremely appreciative of the support that we've received from not only Jaguar Nation, but the fan bases of all of the other schools we've played. Have nothing but great things to say about every other team that we've played. They've been amazing in the chat. Jaguar Nation is always amazing in the chat, bringing the energy, supporting the Jaguars. And Jaguars down by 2, both teams in the bonus, 4:16 left to play in the second half. And at the line is number 23 for the Tigers, Padmore. He'll be shooting 2 at the charity stripe. Sean Roberts saying, let's go PQC. Supporting her Tigers. And Ms. Nameka Gomez, absolutely. If you know Jaguar Sports Network, you know I can get loud from time to time. Love bringing the energy in my calls. And if you're enjoying this play-by-play commentary, please be sure to let me know. I extremely appreciate it. All the feedback I can get. If you want me to cover more things, if you want me to cover less things, just let me know. I love the criticism, love any feedback I can get. And our former social media has Fotis Estrapoulos from the corner. That one's just off. Rebound by number 0. And it looks like Desmond Dudley called with a foul. That one's going to stay at this end. Love to see all the former Jaguar student media and Jaguar Sports Network alumni here in the chat supporting their Jaguars and Jaguar Sports Network. Nameka Gomez setting the foundation and the building blocks for what is our social media presence at Jaguar Sports Network on Instagram, by the way. 3:40 left to play. 3-point game. Tigers lead. Harrison on the drive, trying to go for a reverse layup, stripped away by Minyoth. Jaguars coming the other way. It's with Dudley. Xavier Brown looks like he wanted to step into a shot right there. Pressure came a little bit quicker than he anticipated from Johnson. Harden static for a second down low, moving now. Minyoth with it. Minyoth driving, pass inside. Harden, 5 on the shot clock. Got to get it to go, and he does. Another one nylon. 1-point game separating Jaguars and Tigers. 2:52 left to play. Driving. I view was blocked by the referee, but I want to say that was a block from Xavier Brown. Come the other way is Dudley. Minyoth for 3. That one's good. Nylon, why not let it fly? From Paul Minyoth. And looks like the Jaguars are up by 2 with 2:28 left to play. This one's coming down to the wire. It's with Mitchell. Trying to cross up Desmond Dudley. And turned over by the Tigers. Jaguars the other way. Harden coming down the court. Dudley beyond the arc. Xavier Brown wanted to step into a shot. Didn't get the look he wanted there. Minyoth, Estrapoulos, Harden, Dudley, and Brown on the court. What can they get done? Minyoth turning, pulling up. Just off. Tip by Harden. Wanted a foul. Doesn't get it. Brought down by Padmore. 1:45 on the clock. 20 on the shot clock. Blocked! Blocked by Xavier Brown! Tigers keep it. It's with Padmore. Covered by Harden. And turnover! Padmore kicks it out! Jaguars ball. 1:33. And looks like the Tigers want to take a timeout, talk things over. Just over 80 people watching live on the Jaguar Sports Network. What a night, Saturday night, November 15th, non-conference matchup. A&M San Antonio, Paul Quinn Paul Quinn looking to get their first win of the season. And the Jaguars looking to get their first win at home after dropping a close one against the Rams of Houston-Tilliston. That was a overtime thriller, instant classic if you ask me. And 2 points and a minute 33 separate the Jaguars from their first home win of the season. Xavier Brown to inbound it. Double team on Dudley. Minyoth and Histropolis coming back as extra help options. Here comes Dudley with it. You don't necessarily want to eat up all the clock here. Want to get a little bit more of a lead than 2 points, because eat up all the clock, that gives Tigers time to get things going. Minyoth, pull up three, just off the mark. Rebound by Mitchell. That one's off. And the putback won't fall. But that is a foul. I believe that was called on number 3, Desmond Dudley, and that's going to send McCallum to the line. Or excuse me, number 42 called on the foul, Paul Minyoth. Once again, sending McCallum to the charity stripe. Has an opportunity to tie it up here. It'll be 60-60 if he does. Gets the first one to sink. Thank you all for liking the stream, subscribing, and chatting with me. It's been an absolute thriller. Last minute of this game. 29 seconds will separate game clock and shot clock after this one goes or doesn't go. Jaguar Den getting things going, and the free throw is good from McCallum. Jaguars will have 30 seconds for an answer after Tigers tie that one up. Dudley with it. Brown has Harden down low. Histropolis, top of the key. Back to Dudley. Crossover. Pick set by Harden. Back out to Minyoth. Minyoth off. Histropolis. And the foul. Send him to the line for 2. Foul made on the 30-second mark. So after this, there will be no shot clock, only 30 seconds on the game clock. Fotis Histropolis at the line with the opportunity to put the Jaguars up 2. Sinks the first. Jaguar bench loving that one, supporting their teammate at the line. 1 point game, Fotis Histropolis. Second one doesn't go, 1 point. 25 seconds, Mitchell on the ball, covered by Dudley. Looks like Mitchell's gonna elect to have a last second shot here. Setting himself up for a game winner. 12 on the clock, 10. Mitchell, jump stop. Out to McCallum. And that one's in and out. Dudley with the ball, 2 seconds left, and he gets fouled. Two seconds remain. 2 seconds and 1 point. Dudley with the opportunity to put him up by 3 with 2 seconds on the clock. 2 seconds separate the Jaguars from their first home win. Xavier Brown in the backcourt, getting ready to play full court defense. He joins Hardin, Paul Mignoth, and Istropoulos right behind him. Dudley sinks the first. 62-60. It'll be a long three that the Tigers will have to get off. Xavier Brown having a look over at the broadcaster's table. Dudley at the line. Can't get it to drop. And they're going to call a timeout. 1.2 remain on the clock. It's coming down to an absolute nail-biter. This one going back and forth a number of times, lead changing a number of times. I'm sure all of you at home are enjoying this one. Men's basketball team, the Jaguar basketball team, turning things around from last season. They seem a lot more complete as a team, have their footing under them, getting things in control under the guidance of Coach Dial and with the help of assistant coaches, student assistant coach Diego Aguirre and Zach Biedinger. Well, clock went down to 0. Looks like they're putting 1.7 back up. So I believe 1.7 will be the official time left on the clock for the Tigers to get a shot off. Just over 80 people watching live on the Jaguar Sports Network. You will not want to look away from your TVs in this last 2 seconds. Jaguar Den getting active. Will be inbounded on the baseline from number 0, Paul Quinn. 1.7 to get it off. Gonna need a miracle. 2 points separating Jags and Tigers. Number 4, Ballard, and number 5, Hicks. Inbound goes to McCallum. Gotta get it off. And they get it! McCallum with the game winner. I'm at a loss for words. Ladies and gentlemen, that'll do it tonight. This one coming down to the wire. My mind is absolutely blown. McCallum letting it fly with just 1 second left, and it's that to drop. Tough loss for the Jaguars, 62-63. A lot of the players saying that one should not have counted, but it does. I believe that might have actually been Jordan Hicks on the game winner. This has been Cameron M. Caldwell on behalf of the Jaguar Sports Network, live from the Jaguar Den. 63-62 is the final score. Paul Quinn Tigers come away with that one.